guys, Work here. Welcome back to the bench. So if you keep an eye on me on social media or you watched last week's video, you would probably know that this happened. Now this is the side pusher that I got. It's from VISM, which is a part of NC Star. Now, generally speaking, that would mean that you would be a little bit disappointed in what you would get, but as I said in my last review, this side pusher is amazing. This thing is awesome. It's like 45 bucks and does all the stuff that like the high value ones do. The problem is, mine broke. So I was pushing out an extremely stubborn side on my PO1, and in the middle of the process, this damn thing broke. Now, I don't blame it. This site was stuck and I probably should have stopped cranking on it, but I didn't, so it's really my own damn fault. I posted up a picture of it on Instagram, just a little frustrated, not really at the tool itself, but that I had actually broken it, and lo and behold, who contacted me? But NC Star themselves. They just told me really quick, hey, if you contact our customer service, we'll get you the replacement parts set. And sure as crap, I contacted them and 2 days later, this showed up. So what do we have in here? Well, when they saw the picture, they said they'd send me a new sight block. But while dealing with this very frustrating sight, I had actually also stripped out this top threaded bar here. So I asked them really quick, hey, could you go ahead and send that too? And without hesitation, they said yes. So inside here, we've got the entire pushing assembly for our old sight tool here. So let's go ahead and pull this thing apart. We're going to yank all this out. We're going to put the new stuff back in, make this thing as good as new. So first things first, because I kind of galled this thing like crazy and cross-threaded it, I got to get this and yank that off of there. There we go. Let's go ahead and get that off. And you can kind of see here what I'm talking about. This thing is trashed. It just put way too much pressure on this side and this bushing here, and it seized up this. So this stopped turning while this continued to turn, and the set screw that was in here just wreaked havoc on the threads. So now that that's out, we got to screw this the rest of the way out. And as we screw this off, it's actually pulling it out of here. Now we're going to get to a point here where we're going to start pulling those messed up threads through our block here, right about there. Let's see if I can make it through here by hand. Screw it. Why not use a tool? So we're just going to drive this thing all the way through, get it out of here. Now, be careful about doing this, because this is actually how I broke it in the first place. Got a little bit of additional torque on there via a ratchet, and, well, the internal parts weren't a fan. Jeez. I think we're almost through here. Oh my gosh. Whew, these fine threads take for freaking ever to get out of here. There we go. We're almost there now. Alright, there's our old threaded rod. Now I gotta get that thing out of there. Need a screwdriver, tinier one than that. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. That one will do. Okay, get this threaded guide out of here, and there we go. So now we've got all of our pieces out, and with all of our pieces out, go ahead and get the new one taken apart so we can get it put in there. Here we go, step one. Let's get our rod sent through, start threading on. Actually gonna put a dab of oil on here to smoothen things up a little bit. Just make sure those threads spin nice and freely. And let's go ahead and start getting this guy in here. Alright, so with that in, let's go ahead and get our threaded rod in here, which I'm realizing now I should have done before, because this bushing is going to like to get in the way. Give it a couple of turns. There we go. Make sure that it is in its proper hole and get it screwed in. Okay, that's in. Our bushing on this side in. Let's go ahead and reset our bushing on this side and decide how we want to do the set screw over here. So this is going to get Loctited in so that it doesn't spin. We're also going to, let's see, I'd like to make a little bit of a divot here in my threaded rod to be able to make sure that I get this down in there, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. I mean, really, maybe I can. Let's see. Let's do it there. Let's see if we can get this to work. Smack the crap out of it. Let's go ahead and Loctite it first. So, because I don't plan on taking this back apart, let's go ahead and toss some red Loctite on here. So there we are, Loctited on. We are at the proper distance. Now let's just give this a tap. The reason that I'm doing that is I want a flat spot for my set screw to sit, because that set screw needs a nice flat spot to sit down against at the very least, or maybe even, I mean, indented is preferred, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get that good. But at least I can give it a flat spot to sit down against, so that when I tighten that up, now, as soon as everything dries up, we should be back in business. And oddly enough, that is pretty much it. I can't even explain how happy I am with the way that NC Star handled this. I mean, we all know they make like stuff that's kind of more airsoft based. I mean, not the best stuff in the world for like real guns, but this thing is freaking awesome. I mean, for like 45 bucks, you've got a really good quality sight pusher. And in the odd chance that you actually break it, these guys, they hold up their product. And oddly enough, Tactical Toolbox, if you guys are subbed to him, he does mostly Glock stuff, but he ended up just breaking one of these as well. And so I hopped on his Instagram and said, hey, get a hold of an NC Star. And according to him, they had actually already contacted him to get him a replacement. These guys are up on their customer service. And I would, without a doubt, suggest this sight pusher to anybody. If you're looking for a sight pusher, especially if you're like a hobbyist, somebody who's like just doing this on the side or just doing it to their own guns like me, you know, this thing is 45 bucks. That's half of what you could spend in other places on sight pushers. It's a great deal, it's a great pusher, and if anything ever happens, these guys are going to come through for you. So keep that in mind if you're ever looking for one. I did a small little review on this back when I was putting the TFX Pros on the PO1. I stand behind everything that I said in that video. This thing is awesome. Get one. And that's it for this time, guys. Remember, if you found this video useful, go ahead and like and subscribe down below. If you or anybody else that you know are looking for a sight pusher tool, I highly recommend this one by VISM. I'll go ahead and link this down in the description below as well. Remember, I appreciate every one of you, and until next time, do your research, get informed, and get to work.